welcome to the replay. See it there if you need. Oh, and we're back on. Pauline will be like, Nat, what were you doing? I told you how to do it. As I said, actually, Pauline is away on her South American trip. She's actually in the Amazon right now, not Peru. However, she has actually been there. And as you guys will know, if you followed our pages, we've had about 2 to 3 weeks off, which is really awesome because you guys needed a break from us. We needed a break from you. But the cool thing about not having P here is it means that we can have 2 guests on. And I was really excited about having these 2 here tonight, though I have to say that they didn't frickin' tell me about the denim memo, so I'm out of the cool gang.
You're out of the band.
No one gave me the memo, sorry.
And so how tonight's going to roll, guys, very similar to how we normally do the show, is I'm literally going to chew the ear off these 2 stars, going to be talking to them about their business journeys, in particular, you know, the actual reality of launching and being in business and how our jobs have shaped us as women now while we're in and setting up our businesses. So we need you guys tonight. We do this show, Pauline and I, to inspire, educate, and help you guys watching. So if you have questions, then I'd love for you to ask us because these girls have a wealth of knowledge. And one of the other reasons I wanted these guys on is that as a trio, apart from the fact that we'd make an amazing girl band.
Yes. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Well, can we just talk about the fact that I don't have the Madonna mic?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little left out.
I do though.
Actually, the real news was, though, wasn't it, before we jumped on, is we were talking about how we're the new What Now team.
Yes.
We're the new What Now team. It's what we thought we looked like the back of the studio. So we actually represent a spectrum of years in business, starting out in business, and so that's where we're going to hit tonight. So it's going to be amazing to have you guys here. Shut up, Nat. Intro the guests. Let's get on with the show. To my right, I have the amazing Michelle Sokolich from Show and Tell. She made me do it, which I'll explain. Yes. And the amazing EJ from Sisterhood of Style. Welcome, both of you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
This is really exciting. I'm just a little worried about how much we're all going to talk, though.
And how much we're going to cackle out loud. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming into the studio because I know you guys had to come over the bridge.
We packed some scroggin and bought our passports, so it's all good.
It's been a long journey, but worth it.
So thank you for coming, because it's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
The middle of the week, we've all got kids, we've all got husbands, and it's busy, right? Mm-hmm. So stoked that you're here. Now, the reason why I said Michelle Sokolich, she made me do it, is the amazing Michelle did my branding video, and we thought it would be funny. I don't know who made each other do it, but I think we were both...
To graffiti a wall.
A wall.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun doing it.
It was awesome. It was great. We stood there for a while, kind of in this alleyway with a spray can and a plastic bag going, okay, is anyone coming? Is anyone coming? Should we do it now?
We just want dodgy.
We just want to... Yeah, you're hanging out with some dodgy peeps, man.
You broke the law.
That's what my mum said.
I'm quite horrified. No, I'm just kidding.
We were just like, as a disclaimer, to say that it was already graffiti this whole wall, right?
Yeah.
Mine was just
we didn't
added
go
to
over
that.
anyone's beautiful, yeah.
So Michelle, I'd love for you to, seeing as I put you on first, I'd love for you just to give a quick intro about what your business does. Then we're going to do that for you, EJ, and then we're going to crack into you, babe. That sounds quite
scary. So I'm from Show and Tell, and I create video content for businesses with a real focus on sort of storytelling and authenticity. Yeah, and I also do workshops for business owners who want to learn to create their own social media content with just their smartphone.
Freaking awesome, thank you. And beautiful EJ.
Aww. I should just come here for the attitudes. This is really good. I feel so much better about myself. I am Emma from Sisterhood of Style, and I feel a bit like I'm on a Miss World. I'm Emma from Sisterhood of Style, and I am a personal stylist that concentrates on helping bring more confidence to women, particularly, and helping them to strive for joy in their wardrobe.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, one of the topics tonight was how our job or corporate has actually shaped us as businesswomen today. So, Michelle, I'd love for you to kick off I'm being mean. I want you to go backwards. I want you to take us through from tonight, right here, right now, and I want you to take us back to when you first left your job.
So you want me to go right back to that moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
It's I actually remember it's quite intense. I remember I'd worked, I'd freelanced for quite a long time, on the side while I was getting my business up and running. And I still vividly remember the day that my husband and I were sitting in my office, aka spare room, and I remember he just turned to me and he was like, "Let's just do it, babe. Just do it. Just quit. Just do it." Wow. And I was like, oh my God, I think I burst into tears actually. I was like, really? But you know what? And then he was like, just do it. In hindsight, I feel like it was a little stupid because we didn't have heaps of money and there was no steady income. So it was kind of like, I was like, people have said to me, wow, that was a little, you had like no nest egg. And yeah, so we just kind of did it, jumped in, boots and all. And it was kind of terrifying, but exciting all at the same time.
But on that note, so I so get what you mean, but similar to having children, there's no right time. So in that hindsight wisdomness, that's not a word, but we've made it up for tonight. Yes.
It's really appropriate.
Do you regret that time he said to you? Yeah.
No, I don't, because I feel like whatever happens, it's always going to be okay. If it hadn't worked, I would have probably gone back and got a job again somewhere else. So I kind of feel like there's no problem with failing. If it didn't work, it was fine. It still would have been the right decision to do at the time. Yeah. Because whatever path it ended up being, it's okay. Yeah.
So how many years have you been in biz? And don't break it up because I know you've gone back, started whatever. So just
6 years. When my third child was 6 months old, that was when I started. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
All my friends were like, "You are crazy,
yeah.
girl."
Yeah,
girl, stop. What are you doing?
Is that because you were the only friend who was going out on their own?
Yes, that's actually totally. And I was kind of known as a bit of an overachiever amongst my friends. So everyone was like, "Really? Are you you've got 3 kids? The youngest is a baby. Are you sure? Are you sure this is, and I kind of went, yeah. I kind of felt like there was a tiny window when my youngest was 6 months old. I was like, okay, she's my third, so it's cool. I'm not going to kill her. I know what I'm doing. Everything's under control. And I felt like I had this window before I had to go back to work. And I was like, I'm just going to have to jump on it and grab it now and just do it and see what happens. Yeah.
You're a mother of 3 girls. Mm-hmm. And you and I have spoken in the past and actually still talk about burning out, how, and so I'm setting the scene a little bit because I'd like you to tell us what you did for a job and what life was like in that arena. Because, it's not a run-of-the-mill job to maybe like you and, because we've all had different jobs.
Yeah.
But I'd like you to tell us about that and then I'm going to bring it back into the modern businesswoman now.
Okay. So I worked in TV as a promo producer for, probably feeling old, 16 years. Before I 16 years before I started my own business. So it was busy. It was quite intense, high pressure. An amazing training ground. We were sort of directing, producing, script writing, editing. Taking briefs from marketing and interpreting that to make the trailers or the ads for the shows coming up. So it was a high pressure, intense environment. Loved it. Just had a great fun time. And then it was really great through having children as well because I could freelance and I could kind of do my own hours and it was really flexible and so it was good. Yeah.
So from that corporate life to being a mum with the kids in a high pressure job, tell me about what it's like now being running the business in your 6th year.
Yeah.
and you know what the juggle is like now for you. How do you find it? What are some things that you've had to add in, change, all that stuff? Because there's so many of the women who do follow us, and I know a lot of the wee girls will be on tonight. Hey wee! Shout out to the wee community.
We love the wee community.
We love the wee community.
I don't know if this is what we're going wee, but we're
I feel like we're, yeah.
Should we go wee?
we should go wee.
No, that's what my kids do when they need to go toilet. Sorry, wee.
So not that we're assuming that everyone's got kids in there and stuff, but you know, it would just be really nice for them to hear, and like you and I said, it's about the realities, and that's what we're actually all knowing for, is our realness and our directness, and always wanting to share those realities. So I'd love for you to just talk us into that.
Yeah, I feel like the pressures are quite different now.
Yes.
So the pros are different and the cons are different.
Yeah.
So these days, you know, running my own business, I feel like I obviously work a lot more hours than when I was working in TV all those years. But I've also got massive flexibility. So I can take the day off to do stuff with the kids. If they're sick, it's okay. So I can kind of I'm really enjoying that kind of flexibility. And I love that. But I feel like the pressures in a different way are that I don't know, I don't have a steady income. So I'm constantly feeling a little bit like, gotta keep the work coming. And, there's that, which is totally different. That wasn't as hard when I had a job and I was working in TV.
Even after 6 years with the unsteady income, the only reason I'm asking this is my husband's only ever been self-employed. So I've only ever known unsteady income.
Right, and I never had. So my husband and I both always, worked and had jobs, and we knew exactly what was coming when. So I'm this doesn't really. I tend towards anxiety. I'm a little bit of a kind of a slightly highly strung person, some might say.
Highly creative and highly fucking awesome.
Yeah, thanks. But I find that hard. Yeah. I find the too much work and then the not enough work and then the too much work and the not enough work actually quite stressful. Okay. Yeah, I do.
When you and I first met and we went to that book club we tried to start together, the business book club, right? It was great in theory.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Well, it was just too far really for...
I think we managed 2 or something. Yeah. I remember when I first met you and, got to know you, and then you had been out on your own in business, and then you went back. Or something happened. It was or something happened. I know it was a very pivotal moment for you when you were going to throw it in.
When he was... Are you talking about when I was still working and then he left to be a stay-at-home dad, and I went... So I took on the creative director role at TVNZ, and it was kind of like, dream job. I've been working towards it for a long time, and so my husband was in transition and decided he'd stay home. We only had 1 child at that time, and I think he thought, I hope he's not watching. I don't think he is. I think he was like, I'm going to be like, I've got her in the backpack, I'm going to be playing golf, and she's going to be in like the ergo, and and then I was like, oh my God, dream job, this is amazing. And so we switched, and I went full-time at TVNZ as the creative director. And it was, after I think it might have been only about 6 months, we both went, we've made a mistake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he was like, I don't think I'm cut out for this. And I was like, I'm missing, being home with my baby and having that flexibility and that. So we switched back again. Yeah.
And then I know you did a switch where I wasn't sure if he was made redundant or something. I remember
Yes.
And that was really, I remember that was tough, babe.
That was incredibly hard.
If you feel open to just talking around that, because I know it's so helpful when we go to those spaces.
Yeah, definitely. So I think I had actually been working in my own business for a little while then. Yeah, and we'd made the leap, and we were like, okay, this is it. And then, and then he got made redundant. So suddenly it was like, and like I said earlier, like I'm a little bit of an anxious person, and so that kind of money pressure was was actually very intense for a while. And then he did end up getting another job again. But yeah, boy, it was quite hard.
But you turned it around. And then and now and I know that EJ would agree, and half the audience who's watching. You're freaking phenomenal. Like you're doing an amazing. I know that for us as the person in it, we go, no, who are you talking about? No, I'm not. But as the outsiders looking in, like, your work's incredible. You help so many
thanks.
Yeah, you're going to walk out of here with the head so big.
We'll come back anytime.
yeah. Do you need me again next week?
Come and stroke it. But it's really genuine, and I think that that's something really. Your turn.
Oh, thanks. I am really proud of what I've achieved.
Yeah.
I actually am. And I remember I was saying to
That's
someone...
awesome that you own that.
Yes, no, I do. Like, I
Yeah.
look back and I'm like, that's cool. And I remember saying to my husband at one stage, and this was probably only about 2.5 years ago, I need to get business cards. And he was like, because he does all the accounting, financy stuff, and he was like, babe, we can't, just wait a bit. Like, we couldn't afford for me to even get business cards. And so I remember saying to him, actually, I remember he wasn't working at the time, couldn't afford to get business cards. It was really tough. And I said to him, one day, we're going to be like laughing and go, remember that time when we couldn't even buy business cards? And so, yeah, I do look back at that and think, actually, it is easy to forget. But, yeah, I am really proud of what I've achieved, yeah.
So how do you think you got out of it? Like, dug out of it? Like, just literally got yourself out of there?
I had a lot of support.
Yeah.
I did business coaching. I invested in myself and my business. And just, I'm incredibly stubborn and determined. So I just kind of,
Yes.
Yes.
That's why we like it, right? Because I think we're all stubborn and
Yes,
determined.
that's right. Yeah,
Stubborn.
You
You
need
need it, right?
I do
feel like,
believe the three of
yeah.
us are quite similar people.
Yes.
Natalia, I can't wait for Michelle to do my brain story. You
Yay!
won't regret it.
I don't think this journey is for everyone. Like, going back to that stubborn thing, like,
Thank you. I said that today on a live, actually. It's really important.
And sometimes I still to this day go, I don't even know if this is for me. If I'm being entirely real, like,
Yeah.
I still have days where I go, I just want to get a job and I just want income coming in and not have to stress about all of that.
Yeah.
And then I have, like, EJ and I were talking about this in the car on the way over, like the roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
Of like, this is amazing, I'm incredible, and then, oh my God, I hate this, I need a job. I want
to get off.
Yeah. I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah. And you're right. It's not for everyone.
No.
And I'm like you. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just going to get a job, and then I'm like, dude, I'd be fired in like a day.
And would you be miserable?
Oh, totally. I
Yeah.
actually was offered my old job back literally the
Wow,
other day.
really?
And this darkness came over me, and I was like, that is the biggest hell no ever.
Yeah.
So you got yourself out of it through getting some help, being in that stubbornness and determination.
Yeah, and
getting
surrounding
good help.
myself, I think, with a community of like-minded women who were going through the same stuff as me. I think that is crucial, actually. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Inspirational. If any of you got any questions for Michelle, ask here tonight, because three best pros and three biggest cons, ladies. Emma, is that a question?
Ooh.
Yeah, it is a question.
Yes.
Go.
Pros and cons. Okay, three biggest pros. Flexibility for
yeah.
family life.
Yes.
Concur.
Yeah. Showing my girls
yeah.
how important it is to follow your dreams. That's a big
Yes.
driver.
Yeah.
Big driver
And
for
for
me.
your boys?
Me for my boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Showing them that mum is capable and has a dream, an idea, and it took it to fruition.
Yeah, nice. Gave it a go.
Gave it a go, love.
Yeah. Yeah. And third pro, gone. No, blanked. Sorry.
For me,
Right, we're enough of you. Out.
you're done.
You're done.
My time.
Over here, big
But for real.
But I reckon the third pro for me was that I get to do something I absolutely love.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
And
yeah.
not that I didn't love
Yeah.
what I did before, but this is something that I have made for myself, studied towards it, invested in it, built myself up to enjoy it.
And a creative outlet for you too,
It's
right?
a massively creative outlet, and I would never have considered myself a creative person.
Really?
I come from a massively creative family.
Yeah.
Yes, but I realised that I don't want to be so silly as to say art, but my brother and father are incredibly good artists. Both my sons are too, in terms of how they draw and things. I can't draw, I can't paint, but my mum is an interior designer, she's always had that house that just looked amazing, even if it was tiny. And suddenly I've realised that my outlet is my style and what I put on in the mornings.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
So there's a real creative buzz that I get from it. Yeah.
6 years in biz, 4 years in biz. We're coming to you next, lady, because you got
Baby
some epic stuff
business.
here.
Baby business.
Are you, to finish off with you, babe, are you doing what you love?
Absolutely, 100%. I
Feel
love
that,
it.
feel that.
Yeah. I'm so thankful that I get to do what I do. It's, it has its hard times, but I'm super passionate.
Yeah.
Super passionate about
You're
what I
kind
do.
of pretty
Yeah.
good at it. So Donna has a
Oh,
question here. Do you want to do this for the rest of your life, Michelle? Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
Oh, that is such
Donna.
a good. Oh, that's a good question.
We're going on a commercial break. No, I can't even do that for you. You've got to answer it.
On the spot. Do you know what? I think I know. Like, I think I want to grow my business to a certain level where I've got maybe 3 or 4 other people helping me, and I don't have aspirations to be a big agency, to have a whole lot of staff. That's not what I want. I want to be really hands-on. I think my strength is in the storytelling and the close relationships I have with my clients, and that's what helps me, I think, really get a very authentic performance, I guess, for lack of a better word, out of them.
Yes.
So I don't see myself kind of, turning into a massive agency, and I feel I'm more boutique. Yeah.
I really like to congratulate that, because I really feel that, like, in my coaching business, there's this real push and drive to be like $1 million coach and all this kind of lifestyle thing. Whereas
On an
I
island
love,
in the Caribbean,
yeah, totally
sipping your cocktail with your laptop.
That's it.
You can work anywhere.
Yeah.
Make
You'll get
money while you're
$100
sleeping.
million a year, a week.
Yeah, that's true, right? Fake news.
That happens, eh?
And so I get that. Like, I love that whole one-on-one being. So I congratulate that, because I think not enough of us talk about that.
Yes, yeah.
In the sense that we all have to be going passive, bigger.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe. We'll come
worries.
back to you with some more questions later. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Emma Jane John.
Hi. Can I just say this has always
Yes.
been my dream?
Your dreams come
Is it
true.
the mic?
I actually just realised my dreams come true. Well, being on it, my girlfriend and I thought we'd have a show. She was called Emma. I'm called Emma. We were going to call ourselves Eminem.
Meant to be.
Eminem.
Eminem.
And we're going to be
That
just
is
like
clever.
Oprah.
Hey, this show doesn't even have a name, so you
I know.
straight away
The
just
show
nailed
with
it.
your name. Nailed it.
You're hired.
Thanks.
Pulling you out of a job.
Thank you.
Babe, I'd
Where
love
am I
to.
looking?
You're over
That
here
one.
in Pinky.
That one. Hi.
But I'd love for you to kick off, because how you and I met, and it's not about me, but I want you to tell this
It is a
story.
little bit
But it's
about
a little
you.
bit,
Little bit.
yeah.
It is a little bit about you.
Because this is what I love about you. So Emma's all about confidence. When weird calling you Emma. EJ.
EJ.
When I first met EJ, I
EJ.
totally thought she was already doing something. I want you to tell the story, because you own it
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, I love the story. It's my business, a personal styling business, started at a dream at the end of 2015, and on New Year's Eve I had a conversation with my husband that I was going to start my own business, and I was going to start it, see where it went, and see if it had legs. And so on New Year's 2016, I was having a glass of champagne, and we were at a little beachside batch, and I met Natalie. She came and sat next to me, and you were the old family friend of the people we were staying with, and I started chatting to you, and the way you explained it back to me was, oh, but I thought you'd been in business for years.
Yeah, I said, oh, what do you do? And
What
you
do I
told
do?
me, oh, I'm a stylist.
And I said, well,
Who helps
you
with
know,
confidence?
who
I'm like,
I want, yeah. And I'm surprised it came out so articulately, because I still have trouble sometimes
champagne.
trying to nail it. But I think it might have been the champagne. But I think the way I explained it to you, and I guess from then on, it gave me the confidence. I hadn't even named it by this point. I had nothing. I was still working in a corporate job for a bank, and over that month, I had the month off. I just knew it kept bubbling away at me and bubbling away, and things just kept on cropping up. I booked you in for my first business coaching without even having a business. My husband and I came up with a name. And from there it just started flowing. And then that was the January, and in March I had my first client.
Do you know what I love about you, EJ, is you've always been able to understand an action imperfect, the version 1, the just start.
I think it was the best advice you ever gave me.
But
You
the
made
fact
me
that
start.
actioned it
You
is
made me
amazing.
start my Instagram. I was like, oh, you can't start Instagram until it's all picture perfect and everything's ready, and I've got nothing to say. I don't even know what I do yet, Nat. I don't even know what I offer.
But how many people tonight follow EJ on Instagram? Like, your Instagram's
And if you
huge.
don't, you should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
At Sisterhood of Style NZ.
So I'd love you to tell us about, because you've actually had a really interesting journey, and it's
Yep.
an inspiring journey. So when I met you, you were at the
you.
bank.
Yes.
You, you know, and this is no judgment to the jobs I've had. So you knew that the bank wasn't the right path for you to stay in.
Yeah.
Right. So then your first journey was to look for a job that suited you to help your business get off the ground.
Yeah.
Can you talk us through that?
I think I'm a big believer in manifesting what you want in life, and I have been very fortunate in the jobs that I go for, I tend to get.
Go you.
And I've got quite a good understanding of what my capabilities are. I have imposter syndrome left, right and centre 100% of the time, but it doesn't
Just gonna
stop
Google
me.
that.
Doesn't stop me from being confident in what I can put forward for people, and I can identify problems and hopefully solve them. And so my history has been as a production manager in television. And then I became a project manager for a bank. Do you know what I mean? Like, so things, all of the same skills. I make, can I swear?
Oh, are you asking me if you can swear?
So basically,
no.
basically, I make shit happen.
Yeah.
If I could just have that on my CV, making shit happen is what
awesome.
I do, and that became a thing for me. So I realised after 9 months that the bank, my job after 5 years was great, but it wasn't serving me anymore, and I wanted to seek new opportunities. And Instagram came up with it, and I worked for 18 months for a social media agency. So yeah.
Isn't it interesting? You know, I love that the journey that you went through, though, right? It's like, you know, you went from the bank to actually landing a job that was such a great platform for you.
It was amazing.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
so well orchestrated, well done.
So well orchestrated.
Can we go back to imposter syndrome? I know actually a lot of my followers get that. What is some advice around that? What is something they can do about this confidence that you have to fake it till you make it? And I'd love to know what you think about fake it till you make it and imposter syndrome. Let's riff around that for a bit.
Fake it till you make it has been something that my mum has said to me for years. And that's when you're sad and you just need to get on with stuff. Fake it till you make it. Imposter syndrome for me is feeling that, and I don't know whether it's our patriarchal society that does it, and I don't want to start getting into that conversation, but I think as our generation has probably always been taught, you can do anything, girls, but go out and do everything and make it work.
Right.
So be the mum, be the entrepreneur, be the businesswoman, do this, do that. Because we had so many opportunities, I feel like sometimes there was just this mess of stuff that we had to get done, and not all of it we could do well. And I think for the imposter syndrome for me is sometimes I go, oh, am I qualified, or should I do this? Or so for styling, I got a diploma because I wanted something concrete that I could always look back to. I've never talked about it. I don't need to. I know what I'm doing inherently, but I got a diploma to tick a box. And I feel like that was great. That was right at the beginning, and it suited its purpose. But I think the imposter syndrome for me means you have to crack on through it, and you have to try really hard to convince yourself. It's just like having a bad thought or a sad thought. You know, you have to turn that around. And it's not turn your smile upside down, but there's a part of that,
You
right?
are so high for the what now position. I know. Turn your smile
Turn that frown upside down.
I did it wrong.
Upside down.
So
Yeah.
I think it's really common, right? I think we've
Yeah,
had these conversations.
Absolutely. And I would say with the imposter syndrome is you just have to just do it. Just do what you want to do, practice, put the hours in. There's that, I'm going to butcher this terribly. There's a quote about doing the certain hours, getting to the 1,000 hours, or there's something about that magic number of hours. And for me, I remember every shoot that I used to go on in the early days, I was petrified. I was freaking out. I wouldn't sleep the night before. I was so anxious. And then, you know, I'd be like, oh my God. And I just reckon, and I was like, same thing, like, I'm not good enough. What if I, you know, why have they hired me? And I reckon do it. Put yourself out there, keep doing it. And then I think that goes away with time and experience and practice. Yeah.
Do you know the first time I, you know, understood that imposter syndrome for me was when sorry if you've heard this 100 times, but I'm just going to tell you. So it's at a workshop and sitting there listening to the speaker, who was amazing, by the way, but I suddenly went, holy fucking shit. The only difference between me and her right now is the fact that she's doing it. She's up there doing it.
Yeah,
and the more and more I've got to know people, was that I understood that the difference between them was their self-confidence and the belief in themselves that they could do it. To go through that, oh my God, what am I doing? I know what I'm doing. To go through that whole business journey that you cannot deny. You have to have the business journey. And that's why that 1 to 3 years can be so tough, and maybe there's no money doesn't come in while you're going through that self-discovery, personal development. You know, and imposter syndrome for me is that feeling inadequate, which goes back to the self-worth, but you just got to start.
Yes, you do.
You've just got to get up there and start so that you get confident.
And not be scared of failing, I think. Yeah. That's a big thing. Like, you will stuff up. You know, I still do all the time. Like, it's life, and to see that as a good thing and a learning opportunity. That sounds really cheesy, sorry.
You're also hired.
That sounds like Oprah.
For the bumper sticker.
I totally agree.
But
and I've said so I recently left employment and became a contractor and self-employment.
Can we just have a round of applause?
I feel like I'm in some sort of program, but yeah. Oh, I am. But that is the point. You just have to keep going, start, and don't be afraid of failure.
But
be
that's
prepared
what you've
to
done
fail.
Well, is
be
you've
prepared
gone
to fail.
from, I want to do this dream, to taking a look at another option for employment, taking a better, like in the third thing, taking the other option that, and you know, gives you employment, that gives you the energy, contracting, then goes to full-time business. Yeah. You know?
I think I'm doing it in the right way for me. I don't feel like there's any set formula for how you're supposed to be an entrepreneur or a business owner.
What do you mean there's no cookie cutter recipe? Pop me out, I'm amazing.
I really wanted one of those, you know that though. I did. I was like, how do I do this business? I am a control freak. Yeah. I am a total control freak. And my husband said to me today, I had a bit of a wobble this morning.
Oh, tell us.
Would you like to know about it?
Everyone, would we like to know? Yes.
Okay. So my wobble this morning was after 2 days I had been doing some contract producing work, and that was awesome. And this morning I had to do meet with a styling client, a new client, and then do some more contracting work.
Living the dream.
Literally living the dream today. It hit me. It hit me this morning that, oh my God, I have created this life for myself. I got to, you know, get my kids ready for school, walk my youngest to school. He didn't really want me to because he likes to bike with his mates now. So I'm like, what's my point? And then I had a coffee. I did some journaling. Then I met my client, had the most beautiful experience with my client. She was so incredible and so open. Then I met a friend for lunch, which is unheard of, and then went back home, did some work, got my kids home from school, made dinner, came here. It was like a bit of a revelation for me that I've never had the freedom, because I've always been in a 9-to-5 job and working on my business. Now I'm making up my own hours and working on my business. Yeah. It feels bloody scary, don't get me wrong. Tomorrow will be completely different, and I know that.
It's a roller coaster.
But this is that.
But I think that's important, Ida, that people know that when you are living this supposed dream, it's still fucking hard work.
Oh, it's hard graft.
You've still got to do the dishes.
It is hard graft. I've got to do the dishes, and my kids are saying, get off Instagram, Mum. And I'm so soz. Love Instagram though. God, I love it.
I know.
It's terrible. But the fact that I can now do this in and around them, and from 3 to 5 hours available, great. Then that's awesome.
Can we talk about, which bit was the wobble?
What was the wobble? Oh, sorry, I guess I had the wobble Monday, Tuesday, where I was going, contracting, how do I divide my time? And my husband said to me this morning, your problem, or not my problem, your
Only our husbands can say that.
Your problem is, said to me that I need instant gratification, and I'm used to instant
Oh,
gratification.
SOS, Instagram instant gratification. Yes.
Yeah, and so
Well
he said,
done.
you go into a job, and I said to him, that's why I'm married to you, you know me so well. It was one of those
You get
moments where
spot
you
on.
realise actually he got it in one.
Yeah.
I liked the gratification of going to work, working with my team, loving my team, getting all the feedback. You know, I did like it. I did like it, and I miss that. But I know that I'm now on this journey to try and discover if I can do this as a business owner, and I love it.
So,
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
questions?
Oh, sorry, no, I just want to, can we, like, Belinda?
yes.
Oh, Belinda.
Belinda, can we talk to Belinda for a minute?
Belinda?
I
Yes,
have
Belinda's
failed.
awesome.
My first business.
Hands up here who's failed.
Yeah.
So you have to fail. You can't get away from that.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing.
Hands are still up.
You need to read Growth Mindset by Carol Dweck.
Nice. Okay,
It's a
we'll put it in.
fantastic book. And she talks about, that whole kind of like tolerating that feeling of frustration and fear, but actually seeing it as a good thing, because you're about to learn something new and you're about to get to the next level. So please don't be scared of failing. Yeah.
Do you know, I don't think I started properly, and literally I'm a baby business owner. I've been doing this for 2 years, but let's count the months that I've probably been working on this, which is minimal. I don't think it was until I knew I could fail, and I was happy to fail, that I took the biggest leap I have.
Can you repeat that? Because that is memeable.
Oh God.
Yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen. I don't think I didn't take a leap, and this is when and so I can't remember. Can we play the tape?
Yes,
But
I can remember. 'Cause
I think
really
it was
good.
something like
I can fail.
it wasn't until I realised I could fail that I took the biggest leap, and I was
And that
happy
you were
to
happy
fail.
to.
It wasn't until I could and was happy to fail that I could take the biggest leap that I just have.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's been a real pivotal
Preach it.
change for me, because I think it's got me outside of that imposter syndrome mentality, where no, I do this. I've got the diploma, I've got the credentials, I've got a ton of clients behind me, and I get a lot of great feedback. So
Yes.
there's something there.
Yeah.
I just now need to expand on it.
Yes.
Do my sales talk,
Oh, it's conversation.
my sales conversations, and make it work for me now.
Can we talk about, please,
Yes.
the
I think.
time? You're like, oh, the time and what it's been like when you went from the BNZ to your new social media job, and you wanting to work on your business so much, but actually not being able to.
Yeah, that was, I didn't realise it was as hard as it was, probably, until now that I've left, because I wanted to do a brilliant job in the agency, and I wanted to, help my team and be really useful to my boss, and learn a new skill and be really bloody good, because I don't like failure, except I'm happy to fail now in my own business.
Yeah.
So for me, it was really tough once I stuck my head up over the parapet and thought about it. For a long time, it was just what I did, and I felt, in hindsight, bogged down.
Yeah.
But now I feel a different sense of euphoria and scared.
Which is the
but it's all
best
me.
combination.
It's all me.
Yeah.
And with my amazing husband's support, but it's all me. It's my decision.
Can I just say, because I get to speak to a lot of incredible businesswomen, and you know how you're like, oh, let's just count the couple of months that we've done. I'm not accepting that, because you know that's not okay. And you've done 2 years, and you've had a lot of clients. Like, so many people know you from your Instagram and from Sisterhood of Style, that you need to pat yourself on the back for that, because you haven't not
Agreed.
done. Yeah. Hey.
You're amazing.
Girls,
Yeah.
thanks. I'm not very good. I'm a very confident person.
You're a high achiever, EJ, and you
but
want to be like here,
I'm
right?
I expect this.
Yeah.
And I think I'm here. So I think I've got so much else to do and achieve, and I can't do it all at once. And I think that's the other lesson to learn, ladies, is that you've got to accept that Nat's right, the whole imperfect action is absolutely essential because you will go crazy thinking you can do it all in one day.
And to reframe that, like, isn't that exciting that
I
you've
know.
got all that stuff? Like, if you were up there and doing it'd be boring, no challenge.
know.
Like, this,
Yeah.
you've got all this to reach for.
Like, I love a to-do list, and my to-do list right now is untickable. Like, it's so long, I can't tick it all off, and it's
Burn it.
stressing me
Yeah.
out. It's the project manager in me. I've got Asana for home, and so now I project manage our life via Asana.
I'd love to know how your corporate life has shaped you as a business owner.
Oh, incredible. Probably less so, I think, the corporate job of the bank made me very empathetic. It was going through restructures. I worked in communications, so I really understood the corporate culture.
Yeah.
And I found it a really great place to work for the time I was there. Then I think in an agency world, that has grown me exponentially.
Yeah.
I've had an incredible time learning on the job. I've had an incredible time leading a team, working with a boss who is an entrepreneur on a sensational scale, and she's been really supportive of my move and wants to help. But I think what it taught me was processes are really important, having systems in place, and work it, make it work. Can't do it that way, try a different way. There's always another way to look at something, and to make it work, and to just keep trying.
Okay, so if you had to speak in front of, oh, actually you are right now. What are your top 5 tips for someone who was you 2 years ago and it's up here and it's not out yet? What are your top 5?
Go tell someone.
Okay, I'm not the best talk. Okay, go.
Go tell someone what your dream is, because
Yes,
someone...
do you remember you told me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. And I'll tell people how I met you as well.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's
Yes.
like, you're not just my business BFF.
Aw.
We stalk each other on
But
Instagram.
so my top 5 is go tell someone, because as soon as you verbalise what that is, it takes shape. So I told my husband, my family, my father, my mum,
A stranger.
a stranger on New Year's Eve, and it wasn't until I did the stranger on New Year's Eve that I spoke to the stranger on New Year's Eve, I should say.
And
Sorry.
it did get stranger on New Year's Eve.
This is a family show. So
No,
that's
we're
really
past
important.
8, we're
So tell someone your dream. Just start. The third one, which I didn't follow, build a database early and take yourself offline. So Instagram and Facebook is awesome, but if that crashes,
Love
I think
the
Rachel
offline.
Lewis said it the other day, we couldn't all get into the group. And she said, this is the importance of having other ways and means to talk to your clients.
Yeah.
So build a database.
What was the second one?
So tell someone,
Tell someone.
just start.
Just start, yeah.
Just do it.
Build a database and get offline, and go crazy. Like, just enjoy yourself for a while and see where it takes you, if you've got the means to do it. I've always had other work supporting me.
Yeah, which is the best way.
Which, for me, and there's no shame in it, I'm a business owner, an entrepreneur, and I also work.
Oh, you have multiple streams of
I
income.
had multiple streams of
perfect.
income. I've got absolutely no qualms about that. That to me doesn't mean that I'm not building my business. It just means I've got a safety net and something to let me sleep at night. But now this new role I'm doing is contracting, and I'm self-employed now. It's all me. I've got a lot more work to do. Get across tax. That's
Get a what tax?
Get across tax. You know, get an
Yeah.
accountant, get Xero,
Yes,
get
yeah.
all the outsourcing that you can make
Yes.
happen that's viable, outsource.
Agreed.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
be brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, be
and
brave
and
smart.
don't, sorry, this is more than 5 now.
We can do 10.
We could do
Let's
10.
Keep going.
Let's go to 10. But
Let's just
you,
keep all adding.
you don't
Yes.
need everything set up. So that whole imperfect action is
Yeah.
perfect. I've literally just got
The
my
bells and
website
whistles.
refreshed.
Yeah.
After my
Yeah.
husband and I made a website in one weekend. It was terrible. And Louisa Curry will
But it
be able to
served
tell
a
you that.
purpose, right?
It served a
You've had
purpose.
one.
Did what it
part of
needed
the
to
journey.
do. So you don't need everything ready. And I've just had my branding done after 2 years.
Yeah, that's perfect. Mish,
Nat.
I want to do, like, even though I want to do stand-ups with you, I would like, because you've come through such journeys, I'd really like for you to give advice for someone who has been through that transition, maybe has coming out of that third year, and, you know, because I know that you had hit that time, you know, like, I'd like you to...
So, do you mean advice for carrying on?
Yes.
When the going gets
maybe
tough?
When the going gets tough, let's do that.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. What would I say?
What did you do? That's pretty much how have you grown and got through to the next level to still be here?
I think sheer determination and bloody-mindedness. I think literally... actually, probably one of the biggest things is the support of my husband. So the fact that he believed in me and continues to believe in me and constantly says to me, "You can do it. You know, you've got it. You've got it." I think that's been massive, and my friends and the support.
Us.
I think, yeah.
Who's Kim?
But seriously, it goes back to what I said earlier. It is surrounding yourself with the network and the support, and I think that is actually one of the biggest things that has got me through, really.
I think surrounding yourself with a network of people that understand what you're going through and support you.
Yeah.
And also once you start opening up, I didn't think I knew a lot of female entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I know a shit ton.
Yeah.
And it's being open to meeting new people and exploring what that looks like in terms of how they can help, how you can help them, connections make a difference. Yeah.
But what about for you for like processes and systems and going and like shifting you up to a next level?
Yeah. So I think you get past that stage where you're doing the work and the work's coming in, and then all of a sudden you go, okay. But I'm a really organised kind of, you know, anal person, and
I can't write anal on the top tips.
Don't do anal.
Go on, I dare you. More wine, please, for our
This is so good. Yeah. That's really good to know, though.
My mum's probably watching.
Not anymore.
Hey, if this takes us viral, we're going to be so thankful. Okay.
Oh, God.
I've lost my train of thought. Processes, that's right. Yeah, processes are a big thing, and I actually established those reasonably early on. But the other thing, I think the big thing that really helps get next level as well was getting a grip with sales.
Yes.
And I know that that's a big thing that you preach as well, and I think it's something that I once I got comfortable with, and again practiced and did until it felt okay, that was something that really helped.
Do you
change.
think that has something to do with self-worth?
Probably, because I'd got to that stage where I'd done it often enough. I think that I was starting to feel really more confident. And also I think, again, like the networking and the, you know, talking constantly about things that, you know, my business and what it is and what do I do. I think the more I articulated that to people, the easier it got and the more confident I got. And then I was able to go, you know, ask for the sale without breaking out in a cold sweat.
Because that is something that will happen. And does happen.
Yes,
it does.
I used to, like, people would say how much for a video, and I'd tell them, and then I would instantly drop the price. Like, I wouldn't even let them open their mouth. I would just be like,
yeah.
It's something that Denise Duffield talks about a lot, whereas a man will... So, for example, here's a lipstick. If a man was selling this lipstick, he'd go to you, Michelle, here's that lipstick you asked for. It's $100. Would you like it? Whereas a woman, we go, hey, Michelle... And AJ, I've got this lipstick.
I don't know if you'll be into it.
I don't know if you'll be into it.
Maybe you will.
Apologise for it first.
And then,
And you can just have it for free.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a huge problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Great tips. Oh, lucky I said that properly. Did you want to add any tips to getting through?
I was just reading what people were saying.
This is great.
Yay for husbands.
Yay for husbands, yes.
And I think one of the other reasons why that I thought we would be a good trio, and this is no detriment to anything, I just thought we were a nice representation of women who do have husbands in business. There are a lot of women who are incredible and are doing it without any support, and they're solo mums, and I think it's amazing. But I think it's also nice for other women to hear that with husbands who've got
Yeah.
supportive husbands,
Yeah.
and to give a shout out to them, because we
Yeah.
all couldn't have been doing this without
Definitely
those
not.
blokey
No
blokes
way.
at home.
Yeah.
No. But I think it goes both ways. You've, Kim in his roles, my husband in his roles. There's been ups and downs for him as well.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think we can appreciate that the change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, ladies, those who are watching tonight, if you have any questions to any of these two ladies next to us, please drop them in now. EJ, what's the future? What's happening? What's you got planned?
It is just looking frickin' exciting, I have to say. The idea is that I want to build on my client base, get more repeat clients, which has been a beautiful thing for me, is seeing clients over and over again,
Yeah.
build up that, offer those people some special one-on-one opportunities,
Yeah, cool.
There's a few people asking for, personal shopping in a bigger way, which is really exciting. And a couple of, wait and see things that I've got in the stoking the fires.
That's exciting.
Doing more speaking engagements and networking and things like that. That's been something I really enjoy, so I would like to do that more. And speaking at fundraisers and schools and, women's events and things like that. I love doing that.
Have a little bit of a think while I chat to Michelle about like your Oprah moment, like a bumper sticker. What is like a bit of a cliche or a saying you want to leave us with tonight? Okay, no pressure. You can actually make up a rap too if you want.
Oh my
I can't do
God.
that. I can't do
Eminem
that.
show.
I can't do that. I've just watched the
Defiant ones.
Defiant
yes.
ones. No, I can't
No,
pull
okay.
a rap out.
I just thought I'd just throw it out there.
No.
You know. Michelle, sorry, just that Fiona goes styling workshops. Yes, styling workshops.
Yes, Fiona.
Yeah.
Yes, I do
Yeah.
offer those. Both with groups of about 6 women in your home, and I've done it for book clubs.
We went to it. It was so good.
We did. That
You
was
did it. It was
fantastic.
amazing.
Loved
You,
it.
I think, were one of my pilot groups.
I think it's because I made you do it, so I turned
I
up.
think Nat made me do a styling workshop, and it's been really successful. I didn't do, haven't done one in a couple of months actually, but there's also a style swap that a friend and I have pulled together last year, and we're going to do another one soon.
Yes, I have to say, I actually had FOMO that
Yeah.
I was like, I
It
wanted
was
to go
great.
because you got to
I
go.
got 2 pairs of amazing shoes.
Yes.
Actually, there's a shout out to Donna. Donna Swart, she always watches the show. You're freaking awesome.
Awesome.
And she always comments EJ on what I'm wearing and my accessories. So Donna, that is because of this lady here. Okay, so EJ.
You do look amazing. I mean,
Thank
because of you, not
Thank
because of me.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, I'm putting my foot in
No,
now.
no way,
Quite
no way. Michelle, over to you, babe.
Nat.
I keep reading these and now I'm like, what were we talking about?
This is great. Love it. Yes.
Oh, lay-by purchase
Yeah,
on
I
your
like
services.
that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
such
cool.
a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Because
Yes, thank you,
apparently
Natalie.
lay-by or part pay or whatever
Yes.
has increased
Yeah, because
sales
I've been wanting to do it.
on retail stores for over 50%.
Wow.
Wow.
And so
That is genius.
it'd be really interesting to see what it does for a service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
thought about that too, actually, and it's
Yeah.
a really interesting thing. And I think it, depends on what you're offering too. But you do wonder if you're going to break down a certain amount of money over a week. It might be scary to see it each week that you've got to pay that. So it's an interesting
yeah.
psyche thing as well, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
A one-hit wonder, a massive hit, or a smaller part pay
Each week.
the
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
is with part pay or lay-by or whatever it's called, is that you're paying every week, so you have
Yes.
to accept
Yeah.
Yeah.
that there's going to be some.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it, definitely.
I'm going to look
Honesty.
into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to think on that definitely.
Great
I-
suggestion.
Yeah, see, like epic necklaces. So Michelle, I'd love to know. You have someone working for you now, right? Don't you have a contract?
I have the amazing Sarah who is producing and editing for me, and she's contracting for me, and then I have a student who helps out
Go
doing
you.
edit stuff as well. Yeah.
So what's next for you? Are you gonna have some more people? Are you just gonna continue?
I'm
Yeah.
working on so I do my workshops as well, and I'm working on
Which is
taking
so
those-
good. You guys got to go.
It is fun. I've surprised myself at how much I love teaching. Like I love it. It's so fun and rewarding. And I'm so passionate about empowering business owners to make their own video clips for social media themselves.
It's
I
so
think
easy
it's something
when you show us. So easy.
Yeah.
It's so good though. I didn't know until I did your workshop.
Yeah.
Just how much I could create that wasn't crap looking.
Yes.
And
how
was
quick
really
and
easy
easy
to
it can
do.
be. Yeah, that's right. So I'm super passionate about that, and I'm working on taking those workshops online, so I'm most of the way through that process.
Yay.
So I'm really excited about that, and I'm hoping that'll help even out the roller coaster of a little bit more.
That's cool.
So just keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking, I love that.
Building up the work, and
I actually really love, like you don't know this, I've never told you this, but you know, on your Instagram, and you have beautiful pictures of your daughters and just your little stories. Like you help me be great. I think it's because we've got girls, but you help me stay grounded with why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think it's because you're a photographer and you capture the moments. By you capturing and sharing your moments, you help me stop and look at a moment.
oh, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I have that real dilemma with Instagram
nice.
because I don't want to come across, like I've got this amazing life. Yet I choose to focus on what I'm grateful for most of the time through my Instagram because it keeps me really focused on that. But I tread a fine line with that. So I'm aware that I'm only posting the good stuff, but also it's a choice, So it's a tricky one. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah. I was just like, I was going to tell Michelle this little message.
Thanks.
So you need to make up a rap. No, I'm just saying. It could be another saying. Could be just something that you want to leave with the crew tonight. We've had awesome people on tonight and still watching. So yeah, I'd love to know what you'd like to say to them.
Okay.
Have you got your rap?
No. This is my.
Have you got it's your Oprah moment?
This is my Oprah moment. Don't put all the pressure
What's the
on.
one takeaway? What do you want to say to the crew?
The one takeaway is that can it be about sisterhood?
It could be whatever you fucking
Okay.
like.
The one takeaway I would say, and this is my sales
Is buy my
plug,
stuff.
is buy my stuff. Is invest in yourself with a personal stylist. Don't be scared. I don't bite. It's a really lovely, wonderful, incredible, uplifting experience, and that's just for me. I think for my clients, it's really just been wonderful.
Oh, so that was
and I think that don't be afraid of investing in yourself because what a stylist can do for you is help you not spend money. I just created 21 outfits for my client today.
Can I just back you up and say that since having some sessions with you, I have saved money and I buy exceptionally well, and you've really helped me with my confidence. And that one time you came to my house, you literally gave me the pants off your butt.
Yes, I did.
That's how far she'll go for
I
you.
did.
I'm like, I like those pants, take them off.
I want them. Okay.
So she took them.
Here they are. They're mimickers. Yeah. There you go. It's me.
Awesome,
I think,
babe.
I want to create and help confidence in women, and that's why I do it.
That's exactly, and that's what you do.
And from a business angle, sorry for the sales pitch, from a business angle, if you've got a burning desire to start, then just start.
Oh yeah, nice, babe. No pressure now, Michelle.
Okay, mine's going to be a couple of sentences rather
Nice.
than one tidy bumper sticker. But I would say just do it. Do it. Go hard. Be brave. Keep trying. Practice. Yeah, just go for it. And it'll be hard. I'm not going to lie. Like there are times where it's still really hard. But I think, and it's not for everyone. So if it doesn't work and you get partway through the journey and you think it's not for me, there's no shame in stopping. But I think just do it and carry on and keep tracking and get the support and and do it.
Oh,
And enjoy yourself along the way.
Yes, have fun.
Have a laugh.
Yeah.
So I just want to have a huge thank you for you girls. Like, we knew it was going to be awesome, but this is freaking epic fun.
Oh, you'd have to have us back and wear a denim jacket.
Yeah, I
next
know,
time, okay?
right?
Maybe you can have a denim jacket
I was just
one
being
day.
a rebel and just decided, you know what, I'm just going to wear this. But I really want to appreciate, guys, because through my business journey, I wouldn't have met you. And what I love actually is that, I've probably known, have I known you longer than, known you longer than EJ, right? Yes.
I feel like
I met you before her. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and so we go way back now.
I know.
You know,
I know.
But those are the nice things. We all evolve together,
Yeah.
and these friendships, which are what we do have, and even though we use each other's services, which is amazing,
Yeah.
right? Because we mutually respect each other.
Yeah, and we legitimately.
Oh, there's a legitimate need
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
desire to
Yeah.
go, I need your
Yeah.
services.
Yeah.
I need your services.
Totally.
That's for me a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So I just really want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart to come
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank you so much for having us.
This
It's been
is so great.
amazing. What a
feel
great
like-
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like look out Pauline, the M&M.
Yeah, the M&M
The
show
M&M
is
show
back.
is coming. Sorry, Pauline, but we've basically
Pauline's gonna
taken over your show.
She was telling me who I couldn't have on. She was like, you can't have this on without me. I want to be there. Stink. She was messaging me later, really pissed off. So Pauline, I hope you're having an amazing time in the middle of the Amazon, and you were so brave to go away by yourself with a whole bunch of strangers because I know it's a really big deal.
Incredible.
So, see you guys next week. We've got another freaking phenomenal guest next week. She was actually gutted she couldn't be here this week, so she's going to probably kick me in the knees next week. But she is incredible, and she's done amazing things for my business and touches women. That doesn't sound good either, but it's part of the show. We might as well roll with it. She, you know,
I love that we've said some
enhances
inappropriate things.
women whenever she meets them. So I can't wait for you to be here next week. And Pauline's going to be back, so the Nat and P show will be back. If you've loved this, share the fuck out of it so that other people and other businesswomen can get the kickstart they need and can get the inspiration from all of us tonight. See you guys later. Bye. How do you like this?
Keep cool till after school.
Yes, I'm so
What is it? Keep
Cool
till after
school.